Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. It's Tuesday night. I know this time of year many people talk about managing their time, budgeting their time, writing the to-do list, accomplishing all these goals. That's fantastic. But I feel like there is one thing that would be smart for many of us to do before we even do that I think could help all of us be more successful. Let's get started. I wrote down all the ways I waste time. They're called time wasters. One thing I think could be important to do, and I'm going to be reevaluating this over the next week, is let me get up and write down all the ways that I waste time, or tasks that seem to take me a long time. And I started thinking about what are areas that I waste time. We have 24 hours in a day, and some of you may just be go-getters and get everything you need accomplished and all that, but some of you may avoid unpleasant tasks like I do, or things you may just not want to do, called procrastination, and you just probably do other tasks that you spend extra time on to avoid them. I call them time wasters. I'm going to share with you my time wasters. I started thinking about it and I wrote out a list. Before I get up in the morning, sometimes when I wake up, I just lay there. And, you know, it's been cooler this season than it normally is in the Dallas area. And so, you know, I've got a nice, you know, fluffy comforter on top of me, and I'm really comfortable. And I just don't want to get out of bed. Maybe some of you feel that way. And I'll lay there. And it's one thing to lay there for 15, 20 minutes, but sometimes I'll lay there a lot longer and I'll be fully awake just because I don't want to get out of bed. Now, not that there's anything wrong with resting, mind you, but it might be good if I get out of bed. I have a girlfriend of mine, on the other hand, she tends to wake up really early, and if she wakes up and she's awake, she gets up. There's been times like at 7:30 in the morning she'll call me and leave a message and say, "Oh hi, I got up at 5 and I swept the chimney, I scrubbed both toilets, I did 5 loads of laundry, I made 20 phone calls, I wrote 3 letters," and I'm going, oh my gosh, and I'm not even getting up yet. So that's one area where I want to work on that. As soon as I wake up, lay for a few minutes and then get up. Number 2, talking on the phone. And you might say, well, Dawn, that's your job. You need to talk on the phone for your wonderful mystery shoppers. I'm not talking about my valued mystery shoppers. I'm talking about my personal calls. And I'm not blaming anyone that's calling me, but sometimes I need to do tasks that I may not want to do. It could be any task. We'll say work on taxes. There's one good one right there. I get a phone call from a friend, and I'll just sit on the phone and I'll talk to him and do anything I can to avoid doing that task. I'll talk about any subject. What's your favorite color again? Oh, tell me about that movie. And I'll just keep talking and talking and talking to avoid doing that task. So that is one of my big time wasters. Number 3, watching too many videos. Not that YouTube isn't wonderful, and I know I'm supporting a lot of channels right now, but what will happen is there'll be something I need to do. It could be, like I said, any task. Maybe, you know, usually it's something that I know is going to take a lot of time. For example, one task I've been meaning to do is work on my will. Okay? Well, instead of doing something like that, I'll watch videos. And I'll watch random videos. I'm like, oh, I'll look at this and I'll look up. I'll see, what? Possum doing yoga? Someone bathing a possum and painting its toenails? What's this? And I'll click on the video. Is it something I need to be watching that I'm going to learn something from? No. Am I going to be entertained and go, what? Yes. But then I click on the video about the possum, and then I'll click on some other random video. And then before I know it, an hour and a half's gone by of me clicking on all sorts of videos. So watching videos is one other way I waste time. Number 4, last but not least, getting distracted while on task. I can be perfectly on task, and anything could distract me, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a sound outside, anything, or I'll be in the middle of the task and go, oh, I'm bored with this task, let me veer over to this task. So these are just some of the things that I've noticed. I feel like before we can tackle our to-do list or budget our time, we need to realize where our time wasters are. Then we have to come up with a plan on what we're going to do to fix it. I'd like to ask you, do any of you waste time doing things? Now, one of my friends pointed out Hey Dawn, it's okay to waste some time. You need some downtime. And I totally agree with her. But if we want to be productive and accomplish goals, I feel we need to have a balanced life. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to upload a video on ways that I have figured out how to budget time. Now, even though I'm uploading these videos, guys, I'm still a work in progress. I've gotten better about some areas in my world. Like right now, one of the big things I'm doing that's helping me, as soon as I get up in the morning, I drink a great big glass of water, and I go take a shower and I get dressed before I do anything else. Because that wakes me up and it makes me feel like I'm ready for the day. Another thing I've been doing is I've been emptying the dishwasher at night so that it's one less thing I have to do in the morning. Those couple things have really made a difference for a productive morning for me. So each of us have to figure out what's best for us. But before signing off, I do want to ask you, if you want to share, I'd love to know if you can relate to any of my time wasters. And if so, if you want to share them with me, that'd be great. Stay tuned for tomorrow morning's video. I really appreciate y'all, and I love you very much. Bye-bye.